unprovoked attack sends a local police officer to the hospital with serious injuries. A 50-year-old man is now behind bars. People are just shocked that something like this happened. Here's Stephen Hernandez with what we know about the assault.
I've been here about 5 years. I've never heard of something like this.
It's something no one working on Worcester Road West would have ever expected. This man, Keith Parton, is under arrest after assaulting a Norton police officer on Sunday. Let's walk you through what we know. According to Norton police, an officer was stationed in this parking lot belonging to a local business, J.R. Wheel. When all of a sudden, Parton allegedly walked up to the driver's side window and attacked them. Amy Fitch is one of the co-owners of Black Horse Bridge Construction just across the street from the parking lot.
And just read the article right before you came over.
The officer was taken to the Cleveland Clinic Hospital in Akron, where he's being treated for non-life-threatening injuries. As for Parton, he's currently booked into Summit County Jail on felonious assault charges. In my conversation with J.R. Wheels, they also tell me they have security cam footage of the incident from Sunday, but they're not releasing it to us just yet. They first want to reach out to Norton Police and have them look at the footage.
Hopefully the officer is okay. And, this person is dealt with.
While more information continues to trickle through, Fitch will double check and make sure her business is locked and safe.
It's normally precautionary, but I'm sure it's something that we'll tend to do, having heard this story right across the street.
In Norton, Stephen Hernandez, 19 News.
Now, we did reach out to Norton Police to check on the status of that officer who was injured. We have not yet heard back, but we will let you know how he is doing once we do get that update.